everybody, and thanks for tuning in to Sunday Night MTG. We are live on location at Magic Fest Memphis, just wrapping up day one of a grind fest of Standard, and looking forward to day two. We are here with a few of the top tier judges in the whole universe, starting off with Nicolette Apraez.
Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. Thanks for asking.
So, judging is one of those occupations at this event that is very, very important. A lot of times, though, doesn't get the credit that it really deserves. How do you feel about like these bigger tournaments that are like constantly having these judge calls? How do you just keep your energy up?
Throughout the day, we try to help each other boost the morale. So you'll see a lot of times judges high-fiving people as they pass in the aisle, or just trying to make light jokes, keep the energy up throughout the day. And every judge is going to be on a team, and that team lead also kind of takes responsibility for checking in on their judges, making sure everyone's staying hydrated, having fun, keeping their energy up.
And it's just a constant switch off to some degree for judges. You'd be on this event, and then another event fires, and you have to kind of manage that event. You were doing something that was doing the deck list for the whole main event, which we're going into day two, making sure that everything is locked in. We're going to move into a professional REL tomorrow. Tell us a little bit about the professional REL for those who may not have much experience with the major events.
Sure. So at professional REL, we expect a little more from the players, whether that's keeping in line with they should know their cards better. We're less likely to let things kind of slide. The biggest things from an event perspective is we don't allow spectators to stop matches or be in the aisles. That helps because we have fewer judges, that helps us get to calls faster, so we're not delaying the tournament. But it also prevents a player from, when there's more on the line, accidentally stopping in to point something out that might actually be a trigger that could be missed, or something that may not have to happen. So we don't want anybody accidentally giving advice or outside assistance, so we try to just keep them away.
So for those who aren't familiar, those who do make top 8 of a GP qualify for a Pro Tour. So this is a real serious tournament. Obviously, only 8 will make it to a Pro Tour unless you have a 13-2 record, 39 match points. And you're going to be able to be at Pro Tour Cleveland next week on the floor there. Have you worked the Pro Tour yet?
I have. Okay. This is my 4th or 5th in a row now.
Awesome.
So, Bilbao. I'd have to go through them, but they've been a lot of fun. Minneapolis, was the 25th anniversary. I was one of the 2 judges on the Silver Showcase, which was the high-end older cards draft that they did with some invites and some pro players. And then it's just been, the last Pro Tour was in Atlanta, which is my hometown, so I just got to kind of hang out and spend a couple nights in my own bed, which was nice. But next week we're going to Cleveland, so there'll be a Magic Fest as well. That's really exciting because it's going to be the first Mythic Championship now, what used to be Pro Tours. The first Mythic Championship that is combined and in the same venue as the Magic Fest. So I don't really know what it's going to look like, but it's going to be exciting, and it means that in addition to getting to see my friends from around the world, I also get to see, the judge staff that might be working the Magic Fest as well.
So that's pretty sweet that you get to go to, all these locations and be at the top of the game from the judge world, and see like all of these pros and aspiring pros really get an opportunity to show their stuff on the top stage in Magic. It is a worldwide game. It is something that, of course, got started here in the United States, but it is so wide, and it's amazing just to see how Magic has grown in 25 years. So let's talk about a little bit about how did you even get into judging and how long have you been doing it?
I started judging in 2013, I think. And then I became a level 2, I think in 2014, and a level 3 close to 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half. And so I've just been traveling around. I started judging when I was in college. And have been since. It's been about 5 years of judging, so 5 years, October maybe, or September was 5 years.
Do you see any particular type of person or different groups of people becoming judges still, or what does it really take to have that from a player to a judge kind of mentality?
I think one of the biggest is just general customer service. So the players that we see wanting to be judges are generally players that, in addition to just knowing the rules, because you can always be, that rules person at your store that people ask questions to, but to take it the step to being a judge, a lot of it cares about what you can do for the community, being part of this larger community, wanting to help your local game store, wanting to help tournament organizers in general. So I tend to see people who want to go out of their way to help other people. A lot of people that come from retail, a lot of people that have jobs dealing in customer service, but also a lot of computer science majors, technical-minded people. Different judges have different strengths, so we use some tools within the program that were developed by judges. So there are people who are very good at that stuff, and then there are people who are very good at managing people, and we all kind of have our strengths.
So if somebody wanted to get started in judging for Magic, where would they go?
The first thing would be to reach out to their regional coordinator. There are, throughout the world, 26, 27 of them. I'm actually the regional coordinator for the Southeast USA, so Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and South Carolina. So any of those judges, any people that are interested, online you can contact your RC, your regional coordinator, and send an email. And generally when I get those emails, I'll send them to a page where they can do practice tests and know what the requirements are, what the maintenance is going to be like, to see if it's something that's for them. That is generally people who, regional coordinators tend to have a community focus, so they want to help build their community. But we're all still judges, so even at this event, one of our head judges was a regional coordinator, and our sides lead is a regional coordinator. So we all kind of come together, which has been really cool. We have a floor judge that's also a regional. We have the regional coordinator of Brazil here,
Wow.
USA Mid-Atlantic, USA Central, Southeast, and I don't know if there are others around, but. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on to Sunday Night MTG with us here in Memphis, live on location. Hopefully you've gotten some insight of what it takes to be a judge, what it is like in the life. We do have some more interviews to do, so look forward to bringing those to you. So again, thank you so much, Nicolette.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds great.
Thank you.